Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is Madden 17 on EA Sports. In today's game, it's a matchup of two quarterbacks. One is the teacher, the other is the pupil. It's Joe Flacco going up against Tyrod Taylor. So let's get out to First Energy Stadium in Cleveland. Here's Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
Just off the shores of Lake Erie, we are at First Energy Stadium in a city aptly named after its founder, Moses Cleveland, way back in 1796. Tonight, we've got an AFC matchup on tap between the Baltimore Ravens and the Cleveland Browns. And hi again, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, you take a look at our matchup here. You've got to believe that this is a game that might be won in the trenches.
Oh, without question. This is big person on big person, big unit against big unit.
Meat on meat.
Oh, you got it all. Pick your cliche, but we know this. The ground's going to shake, things are going to rumble, and they're going to have an impact on today's game.
We saw a blocked field goal return on the game's final play last year. What's in store this time as we're underway from Cleveland? This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So here come the Ravens with their first look on offense. And a look at a guy, definitely got a little razzle-dazzle to him. Can do it with his arm or his legs. Their mobile QB. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion. A good safe pass there right off the bat.
That's almost a rhythm play. That's what we like to call it. Get them into rhythm early, something safe, something they're confident about, something they feel good. And once that's completed, then you just keep moving from there because the confidence elevates.
A first carry now for Alex Collins. And he is going to lose yardage here. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's third down.
And frankly, Brandon, we're talking about things I'm not sure we ever thought we'd talk about in the NFL. And a lot of that is the speed at the linebacker position. A lot of these guys in college, they were safeties. They moved them up to outside linebacker to combat the spread offenses, and now we're seeing it in the NFL. Those same guys using their speed to make plays in the backfield, similar to that one.
Third play here, this opening drive, as they're up against a 3rd and 5.
Come on, let's go!
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Every time I see a hitch pattern dropped, I go back to the combine because there's a drill that they use all the time that's called the gauntlet drill, where a receiver catches the ball and just works his way straight down the line and catches it from different sides. And the problem with that drill is that you don't actually have to secure the catch. You just kind of catch it, drop it immediately, and keep moving. And sometimes that shows up on plays like this.
And here's a fair catch taken at about the 24-yard line. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. So here come the Browns for their first drive on offense. And leading him out, their veteran quarterback. So a defensive brain lapse there and an encroachment penalty.
Sometimes when you don't watch the football and make sure that it's snapped, you're watching the offensive player, and they can influence you occasionally and look like they're getting ready to move, and the officials don't detect it.
Tight end right. Alert! Alert! 3 down. Here we go now. Blue 90. Blue 90. Right here, guys. Fight.
Now a play fake here on first down. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. And that right there will set him back a bit on the offensive holding penalty.
And you know who you want to pressure after a penalty like that? The guy who just committed the foul. You want to see if he's going to keep his head down or if he's going to get his head right back into the game. I'd send a blitz at him right away and see if he holds up.
Tight end right. Tight end right. Here we go now. Green 39.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. And the dreaded face mask penalty, that's going to cost him 15 yards.
And it's such a dangerous play. Body going one way, and then your head gets yanked back the other. 15 yards is the right call.
Johnson. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary, and that led to a really nice gain.
Set. Green 39.
They stay on the ground on first with Johnson. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. And the offense there, the O-line, everybody really on offense, they were just manhandled at the point of attack.
Yeah, you could pretty much call them all out, couldn't you? Almost by name, right? That was a very tough sequence for the offensive line. But how about that defensive front creating a new line of scrimmage and creating a lost yardage possibility?
Hey, we got right. We got right. Check the outs. Check the outs. Check the outs. Set. Green 39.
On second down, Johnson. They find some open field here. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. Now it appears we've got an injured Raven down there on the field. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. So following the run, we'll see what they do here on third down.
Detroit! Watch it!
First carry for Carlos Hyde. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. He needed a yard. That's what he got, and it's going to earn him a new set of downs.
3rd and 1, partner. No need to be fancy there. Just use some force and move forward and pick up the first down.
So they pick up the first down after the run, and now they approach for the fresh set.
They're not ready for this, man. All right, here we go.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And an alley to run. And they do get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. They get 31 yards that time. And the Browns are going to have a 1st and goal. And the next snap coming inside the red zone here. First and goal at the 3-yard line now. They'll run it with Johnson. And he takes this one in for a Brown score. Duke Johnson, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Browns have taken the early lead.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you've got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
Footing likely going to be an issue all night here on a rainy night, but this one is good. So the drive there took 6 plays, and it ends with a touchdown for Cleveland. Now Brenza will boom it away after the touchdown. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. And the Ravens taking the field. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, let's see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how the defense reacts. And it may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got to look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop.
Watch right there. Watch right there. Here we go. Here we go. Let's go. What? 90.
They'll begin the drive with Collins. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. And I know it's hard in live action, but you've got to keep your hands away from the face. That's a 15-yard penalty.
You work on it all the time, making sure your target area is lower and trying to keep your hands away from the face mask so you don't get the big penalty.
Counting down toward the midway point in quarter one.
I got 83. I got 83. Here we go. Red 38. Red 38.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Looking middle, and that's complete. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Seeing that play and understanding just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice gain right there on first down for them. Brings up a nice second down for them.
We got 3. 3 down. 3 down.
One receiver right, that's Brown. They'll set up to throw. He's going to wind up and air it out. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And he is all the way up past the 25. Well, your first drive of the first quarter, you get it down there, try to fire it in the end zone, and big-time deflation on that play.
No doubt about it. They're moving and grooving and getting into position, and this is not the ending that they saw on this drive, is it? They had things going their way.
And as the Cleveland Browns come back out onto the field, they'll get going again on offense here in a second. But 1-15 this last year, and it's a franchise that since moving back to Cleveland in '99 has only been to the playoffs one time.
Hard to believe, right? And just 2 winning seasons in that time frame
only 2
as well. But I think there's optimism to be had here in Cleveland. I think that the fans, it's tough for them to see it after another 1-15 season. But I think that they have a plan in place to move this franchise forward. Ownership, front office, head coach, all in lockstep together with a vision and a plan that they intend to execute.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Charles, I know it's hard when live bullets are flying, but you cannot keep your hand up around the face mask area.
It is absolutely inexcusable nowadays. We talk about target areas all the time. You have to aim lower so that your hand doesn't get involved in the face mask.
Double tight, double tight. Hey, we got 3 down, 3 down. Hurry up, here we go. 39.
Following the penalty, it's Johnson. And this one's going to go the wrong way, losing yardage back at the 42. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Well, on that play, the expression, don't blink, you might miss something, certainly applied. That was fast. Defense diagnosed the play, and it was over in a heartbeat.
Again, it's Johnson. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 11 yards on the pickup, and they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches.
Look, the first down marker is out there, but sometimes it's hard to find for an offense when they're in a long yardage situation, which usually means throw the football. In this case, they went against the tendency and ran it, and boy, the reward was there. A big pickup, and guess what? It's now 3rd and very short in order to try and pick up a first down.
Check. 3 down, 3 down. Hurry up, here we go.
False start's going to push him back, but these days, how hard must it be to be an offensive lineman?
It's very hard, Brandon. You've got defensive linemen flinching, trying to draw you offside. You've got the loud crowds, and there are just so many super athletic players on defense now that you have to deal with each week. But through it all, these guys just sit in there for 4 quarters and slug it out.
Five yards to gain here on 3rd down.
Watch left. Hurry up, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
He'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. He could not get away that time, and it'll be a loss of 11 on 3rd down.
Well, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big, but sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen?
Typically a blitz, and even though people think that the screen operates against the blitz, if you have the blitz called and you still cover the screen, now that allows your blitzers to get there.
So on 4th down, Britton Colquitt on to punt. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. The Ravens offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
Hold this. Come on, let's go.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. It's brought in here by Willie Snead. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. And a big face mask penalty here, 15 yards.
You never want to get your hands up in the face mask area because your fingers can get tangled up there, and that can hurt you as a player.
One receiver right, that's Brown.
Here we go. What? 9.
Back to throw now on first down. It's brought in complete. It's John Brown. Got the hand caught up in the grill of the face mask, 15-yard penalty.
So tough for a defender. You're trying so hard to make a play, and the way that these offensive guys can move around, sometimes your hand gets into the wrong place.
Let's go, tight end. Let's go right here now. Come on, let's go. Ryan 38.
They'll look to throw now on first down. It's complete to Brown, right side.
No chance. No chance. Woo! Tight end left. Tight end left. 3 down. 3 down. Let's go. What? 9.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Caught by Snead over the middle. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. One quarter down. 7-0 is our score. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
This presentation of the NFL on EA Sports is brought to you by Gatorade, the sports.
Second quarter now. Brandon Gaud and Charles Davis with you. It's the Ravens who have the football, and they've got it here with a first down.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Here we go. Ryan 38. Ryan 38.
Here's a first down run with Collins. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. Face mask penalty, and Charles, you were a defender. You know sometimes in the heat of the moment, it's hard to keep your hands away from that face mask.
Sometimes you just get out of position as a defender when you're trying to make a tackle, so you end up flailing away, and your hand gets into the wrong spot.
So here we go, 1st and 10 now.
Tight. Double tight. Let's go. Flex round. Check 13.
This is Collins on the handoff. And a nice little quick spin move before he's dropped. And a pretty good gain. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. So the hard count gets them there, neutral zone infraction.
Yeah, the defense thought they had the timing down, but the quarterback hit them with a hard count, got them to jump.
They come out here in the eye. On second down, Collins. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
There's another example of why they haven't scored any points so far. I think it's time to abandon the run game, spread things out, and go to the air. It certainly can't be any worse than what they've done so far.
They'll try and run forward with Collins, and he'll get nothing out of that one. He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down and a yard.
And, partner, when you run the ball on 3rd and 2, you're telling the whole world you've got nothing but confidence in your offensive line and your runner, and you expect to get it. But they were stuffed on that play, only got 1 yard. Great job by the defensive front, the linebackers, everyone got involved to force a 4th down.
So on 4th down, here's the Ravens Pro Bowl kicker Justin Tucker out onto the field. From the right hash at a bit of a tight angle. And Tucker's kick right there, it's good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So this offensive unit, they've now had 3 drives, and they only have 3 points to show for it.
Payoff is the key for everything. How many offenses we talk to that say we have to finish drives? Thus far, this team hasn't finished it quite the way they've wanted to.
Tucker now following the made field goal, set to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Tight ends Ringo. Tight ends on the Ringo. Tight ends on the Ringo.
Let's go! Green, 39! Green! They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Oh, he can't hang on. That was a dream chance for any D lineman to possibly get a pick. But instead it falls down incomplete. That incompletion, Charles, gives me a chance to put you on the clock real quick. NFC teams last year that did not make the playoffs that might make a push this coming year.
Well, 3 that come to mind right away that we thought were going to be in 2016. Minnesota, remember the start they got off to before that didn't work out so well for them. Arizona, we thought they were a lock to be in the playoffs. In fact, many of us called them Super Bowl contenders. And Carolina, the defending NFC champs going into last season, they didn't make it. So I think that all 3 could return to former glory. I'm going to give you one way off the pace here. You ready?
Let's go.
The Los Angeles Rams.
Ooh.
If they get the young quarterback going and that defense continues to live up to expectations, they could make a real strong push in the West.
They've got the D, you're right. They just need the O. Now the Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on 3rd down.
Could be a blitzer.
Now back to throw. He's got the hook up here on the comebacker. Complete. 15 yards through the air and a first down. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
Double tight, guys, double tight.
Now a play fake here on first down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Bronson Kafusi. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
It's a 5-receiver set. 3 to the left, 2 to the right. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be third down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on third and long. Looking to throw. He's got time. All kinds of time. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Third down is the down. Both sides know they absolutely have to win. And the name of the game for the defense is pressure on the quarterback. But pressure on the quarterback with contact, that's how you end up winning it.
Here's Britton Colquitt now. On for his second punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. Now a high kick, almost a pooch punt. Now a fair catch taken, maybe a yard or two shy of midfield. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Ravens set up well to begin their drive as it'll begin in enemy territory already. And now here come the Ravens. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3 points?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that. Super toe.
A give right to Collins. They juked him. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs.
He's quite an eyeful, isn't he? Big, strong, physical guy. When he came out of school and when I looked at my draft board, I went back through my notes to see how I had him rated. The number 2 back on my board coming out of college. Why? As I mentioned, big, strong, powerful guy, faster than you would think, and has the ability to catch the football out of the backfield, something that we didn't know he truly possessed. We saw that in the offseason workouts. Now he's putting his running ability to good use in the NFL.
So we've got encroachment, and that's a free 5 yards.
Too easy for the offense. A bit of impatience by the defense on that one.
So a first down and 5 for the offense. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Finding time. Caught left side to Crabtree. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you can get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
And now inside the red zone, the offense will operate.
Let's go!
Now Collins. And a pickup of about 4 down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
One receiver right, that's Brown. Laundry on the field. This is going to be a false start on the offense.
Sometimes you have to slow things down a little bit when things get heated. The cadence has to be slow and deliberate at times to make sure your team's ready to go.
Watch tight end. You got 3 down, 3 down. Here we go! Red 38!
They go again with Collins. And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard.
They do not score.
We know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. More from Cleveland after this. A reminder coming up at halftime. Larry Ridley will join us from Orlando with our halftime report, but business to take care of before that. Nine yards to go. It's third down.
Tight ends on the loose. Tight ends on the loose. Let's go! 190!
Now flags come in. I think one of the Ravens got going a little early.
Hey, defense, let's go!
So a costly penalty and now a tougher third down situation. It's a 5-receiver set. 3 to the left, 2 to the right. Out of the gun now on third down. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line.
I know you feel that.
Here's Justin Tucker now for the Raven field goal try. And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. So he splits the uprights there, and I would imagine it's nice as a kicker. Right when it leaves your foot, you know it's good.
Yeah, it's kind of like a golfer that picks up his tee after a nice drive without even watching it land.
Solid analogy. I like it. Tucker now following the made field goal, set to kick it away. And here's the Ravens defense as they head back out there now. They're hoping to do what they did last time, force another punt. Last time it resulted in a field goal. We'll see if they can get another stop here, though.
And the best defenses are in the business of preventing points and creating points. And that's exactly what these guys did on their last possession. Why? Because they got off the field on 3 and out, turned the ball over to their offense after the punt, and let them roll downfield and put the ball through the post for a field goal.
They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. They'll come out throwing here on first down. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Jarvis Landry, the intended receiver, and now it's second down. Let's look ahead for a quick minute. We don't have the schedules yet for next year, but what we do have are the 5 international games that will be played, 4 in London and then 1 again in Mexico, Jacksonville, Baltimore, Miami, New Orleans, Cleveland, Minnesota, Rams, and Arizona. Those in London, and then Mexico's going to get a great game. The Raiders and New England.
Yeah, you're exactly right. And just think about the ones in London. Remember, they're splitting them between the 2 different stadiums in London, so they get a different flavor in all of these places. But Mexico, for the 2nd straight year, the Raiders are coming to town. That should be a whole lot of fun.
Should be a ton of fun and a very good matchup. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
Yeah, when we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
They're going to look to throw. That's complete. It's Gordon. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
Watch that end. Tight end's right. Tight end's right.
Here we go. Blue landing.
Back to throw again. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And now the rookie's free. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. So holding by the offense, and maybe now got to shift up what you want to do on the playbook.
Yeah, definitely. Change what you're doing in the playbook, but boy, the advantage shifts to the guys on defense, doesn't it? Longer yardage situations, they often become bolder.
So the defense has put them in a tough spot. It's second and long. They'll come out in the pistol.
Let's go. 319. 319.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And this is going to be caught along the sideline. Nicely done, but right at the line of scrimmage.
Can you do any more work or make it more dramatic for not much gain than what we just saw there? Did you see how his toes got down? Tip, tap, got him down. But what did he get out of it?
He sold the sizzle. He just had no steak.
I mean, was it 1 yard?
Yeah, plays like that, you at least expect a first down there, just 1 yard. And an encroachment penalty here will cost them 5 yards.
And it makes it so simple, doesn't it? An easy free 5 yards for the offense given to them by the defense.
And defensively, Baltimore's in a dime look here on third.
319. 319.
They'll look to throw again. And he dropped it. Now it was tipped, altered the ball a little bit, but he dropped it. And now fourth down.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field and it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense, because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And a fair catch called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. That'll go down as just a 20-yard punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Browns defense getting ready. And last time out, they gave up the chip shot field goal, but obviously could have been worse than that. I think they felt pretty good about only giving up 3.
No doubt about it. Anytime an offense gets into the red zone, the thinking naturally for the defense is, okay, 3 points. We're going to give up 3 here, but let's make it no more than that. They met their goal.
On the other side, though, the offense, they weren't very happy.
No, because there's an opportunity. Once you get to the red zone, you're not thinking about kicking a field goal. You're thinking about how do you get it into the end zone, and when you don't, you walk off the field feeling a little bit of failure on that drive.
Yeah, who will have the better feeling? Now, whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. So we're back in the offense getting set following the call of that timeout. So they complete the pass, and now they face a 2nd down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Caught by Snead over the middle. And the dreaded face mask penalty, that's going to cost him 15 yards.
And it's such a dangerous play. Body going one way, and then your head gets yanked back the other. 15 yards is the right call.
Now the offense lining up 1st and 10. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. And we're back. The offense had a chance to talk things over. We'll see what they come up with here on this next play. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Wide open receiver, complete. And I know it's hard in live action, but you've got to keep your hands away from the face. That's a 15-yard penalty.
You work on it all the time, making sure your target area is lower and trying to keep your hands away from the face mask so you don't get the big penalty.
And now a 1st down following that long gain. They'll look to throw. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
It's a tried and true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. He's in trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12. Jamie Collins coming in from that outside linebacker spot. He gets him down for a loss of 5. They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. So the offense takes the timeout, and they are back out and ready to rock. So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the first half. And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. And with that, they'll take a 2-point lead here in quarter number 2. So that one is his 3rd of the game. Now, if you're wondering, that's only halfway to his career high, as he once had 6 field goals.
Brandon, but 6? Let's hope we don't get that again, please. Okay, can we see a few touchdowns here and there?
That'd be nice. Tucker now following the made field goal, set to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25.
Strong right, strong right.
Now let's go. 3-19. 3-19.
And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. And he'll get this one up to the 26. So we have reached halftime here with the visiting Ravens out in front as we send you down to our EA Sports Studios in Orlando, where we find our man Larry Ridley with our halftime report.
Thanks, Brandon, and welcome to the EA Halftime Report. I'm Larry Ridley. Let's take a look back at the first half. The Browns are getting it done on the ground. The Ravens, on the other hand, are getting it done through the air on offense. So let's take a look at some of the highlights from the first half. Now to the middle of the first. Johnson's going to spin away, and he caps off the 6-play drive with the score. Browns take the early lead. After the INT, offense comes out now. First and 10, offensive line won't be able to hold up here. This goes for a loss of 9. Now 2nd and 8, Collins got the sack here. This will go as a loss of 5. And with that, we'll wrap up our halftime report and head back out now to First Energy Stadium for the start of the second half.
So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here's the Browns offense now getting set to start off this third quarter. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. And they start the second half with Johnson. And Johnson lost the football. It's loose, poked out. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. And maybe that one caused by the weather. Of course, the rain coming down. Charles, can you maybe, when you're carrying that football, grip it too tight in the rain?
I think that you can, and it's such a delicate balance, too, because when you grip it so tight, sometimes it'll slip out from your body. You squeeze it too hard, and it'll pop out on its own. I've actually had running backs talk to me about that when they've tried too hard, even in perfect conditions, the ball gets away from them. They've got to find that good balance, carrying it firmly, yet at the same time under control.
And they'll start this drive with very good field position.
Three down.
Come on, let's go. Grand 38.
56.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
Right. He's tight right here. He's tight on the right.
Come on, let's go.
Looking to throw. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now third down. And he's certainly not a guy that drops that football very often.
Indeed, because that's a bit of a surprise. I know he's in the middle of some traffic and people, bodies all around him, but he usually has the focus to haul that one in.
A long way to go for the offense here on third down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
So out comes the field goal team once more. Wind at his back now in this third quarter. And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. And that will push the lead up to 12-7. So make him 4 out of 4 now in the field goal department, and he's able to extend their lead.
When drives are bogged down, he's been automatic out there. So nice to have a kicker you can count on to put points on the board.